Like, I don't know why I was not reading this book. Like I had this book since a long time sitting on my shelf, and I was not reading this. I don't know. First of all, the book is really long. The book is of 350 pages. Maybe because of this, maybe because of like I was not knowing anything about this book. I don't know. Hey guys, this is Sakshi and I heartily welcome you all to Books with Sakshi. I hope you all are doing great. I recently finished reading this book and I have no idea why I really delayed in reading this book. This is the most beautiful book I have read in 2020, and after Khalid Hosseini, Elif Shafak is my second most favorite author, and I have said it already on my Instagram. In case you're not following me on Instagram, you're really missing out on a lot of stuff. Go on Instagram and follow me at the red books with Sakshi, and also subscribe to my channel if you are new to this channel. Okay, so I don't know from where to start. This book is pure magic, simply beautiful, amazingly written, and I'll say it very straightforwardly. If you're someone who loves to read some beautiful words, some beautiful and magical storylines, this book is definitely for you. Treat yourself with this book because I really annotated a lot. There are like 40 rules in this book, and most of them I have annotated because, and other things as well other than rules, because the storylines are so deep, so meaningful, and so magical. If you are someone who is into creative writing and who wants to read something creative as well, this is your book. Big story starts with Ella, who is 40 years old, or she's recently going to turn 40 years old, and she has everything. Like, she's married, she has kids, and everything sorted out, but still she is that kind of a person who feels that something is missing out of her life. Something is, there is some kind of a void in her life. This is how I would conclude um her life. And she also suspects that her husband is having an affair, and she has insecurities related to her body, related to so many things. And in this book, she's the most relatable character, I would say, because she really suffers with like self love. She's not someone who easily loves herself, and the book is more and more and more about love, about self love, about finding yourself and such stuff. Ella also works with a literary agency, and from there she actually gets one book of an author, Aziz Zara, for making a report on that book. So the book's name was Sweet Blasphemy, and she reads it. And it was such a different experience. First of all, this book, I'm reading this book, and there is one more book inside it. So the story was switching. The book which is inside this book about that Sweet Blasphemy, it was about Shams, it was about Rumi. I'm sure we all have heard this name Rumi. And there are so many characters in this book. Like, the book which is inside this book, like, there were so many characters, and every character has a role to play in this book. And once I finish this book, I really can say that author has not left any character unattended. Literally, the story is told from every character's perspective, which was something very interesting. The language of this book is so magical, but it is definitely not for beginners, because the book is so much about Sufism. When Rumi and Shams, they all are there. This book is so much about God, so much about Sufism, so much about love, which is beyond the definitions of love. So I feel that these things are not often understood by people. So for that reason, I said the book is not for beginners. But if you're someone who really loves reading such stuff, it's really an amazing book. The book is more about spirituality, philosophy, and I loved it. Even though the book is set in, like, it switches from 1242 to, I guess, 2007 or 2008, but still it makes sense. Like, every character in this book is so amazing. Every character has something to do in this. Like, some of them are struggling with self-love, insecurities, some of them are going through the phase where they are not accepted, some of them are trying to fill the void, and so many things are there. And the way, I would say, the language in this book is the top most thing which attracted me, if not anything else, because the language is just so beautiful. And if you know me, you know that I don't find the language of books so beautiful very easily. Like, I don't know what kind of standards I have with language, but the language is so beautiful, it's so engaging. Like, it is a story about love, and beyond the definitions of love, not just what we know, but it is simply the most beautiful book. I don't know, just like Khalid Hosseini's books, I'm failing to talk about this book. I just loved it. I loved it. Read it by yourself, find it by yourself, because I don't know. I cannot put in words about Khalid Hosseini's books, and I even don't try doing that. I'm always speechless, and similar thing I'm experiencing with this book. So you can just know that how precious this book is for me. Read it, find it by yourself, and just see how you people find it. I definitely recommend this book to everyone. If you're a beginner, you can read this book. It just make sure that you don't get confused. Also, the starting of this book is not that engaging, I would say, but okay, once the book picks up speed, it gets more interesting and engaging. You start connecting all the dots, but just read it. Read it, read it, read it. If you are someone who wants to read about love, beyond the definition of love, self love, and just read it, just read it, read it, read it, read it. That's what I'll say. This video was not supposed to be a book review, because I already declared on my stories that after Khalid Hosseini, Elif Shafak is my most favorite author, and I'm going to read all her books. I just got to know that she has like so many books, because I thought that she only has like 4 and 5, and I'm going to buy the rest of the books in 2020. But I got to know that she has quite a few books, like literally, I don't know, 15, 20. I don't know, maybe more than that. I don't know. She has so many books. But anyway, I'm going to read other books by her as well. But this is my highly recommended book. Read this book. Do not miss it out. Until next time, take care.